Morning. Welcome back to my Forex market analysis. Today is 15th of July. It's Wednesday. So the market last week and even this week has been really bad, which we can get the idea from dollar index. If I see, we got an expansion on weekly, pullback, expansion, and now we are in a pullback zone. So since last 2, 3, and this is fourth week. So since last month, we have not left this area. So we already broke above this. Uh, this was a support zone. So price tried to go down, fail, try to go down, fail, and we eventually make a CIST and we make higher highs and higher lows and finally trending to the upside. But here we try to move up from this bullish XPG and we're still in it. So I'm still bullish on weekly time frame. I'm expecting price for this to be a choppy consolidation and then we eventually sweep this, tap into FEG and continue going to the upside. That's my weekly analysis for dollar index. But conditions have not been good over the last few weeks. Hence, less number of trades, which is actually a good thing because you want to make money in expansion phase and not lose money in choppy or pullback or consolidation phase. So let's look at daily. So daily also confirms our story. If I look at this candle, the market's high and low, I can clearly see that since last 8 days, so 12 days in total, but 8 working days, we are just in this candle's range. Price just moving up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So the best thing here to do would be if my bias is really bullish, then I'm expecting price to sweep this low and continue going to the upside. This is the first scenario. The second scenario will be we break above this and then we continue going to the upside because this is the total range. This is the choppy area. Or the third scenario is we completely break down and we move to the downside. So unless either of these three are hit, I don't see any reason to trade in this choppy zone. We have a bearish FPG here, but if price just did not respect it. Price not respected. So again, either we sweep and then I can continue looking for buys because overall we are bullish and I'm thinking that it is a consolidation. So what we do in a consolidation, if we are going bullish and we are in a consolidation, we wait for the sweep of low and then we trade to the upside. Something. So this will be my consolidation. So we wait for this sweep and then we trade. If we don't get the sweep, then we wait for the breakout of the range somewhere over here, and then we continue trading to the downside. Or if price breaks to the downside, then the trend has shifted. So here also only these three conditions could be uh, only these three conditions could be met. So because of this, I'll be waiting for next few days again to make up dollar its mind. Let's look at Japanese yen, Japanese index. Uh, I don't know what the weekly is doing. They're just making big sandwich. I'm not really sure about Japanese pairs this time. I'll tell you the reason. But if I look at the daily time frame, we have a support here, which will be a weak swing. So let me mark it as a weak swing. Why weak swing? Because price is going to the downside. I'm expecting it to break. And if I look here, we are we were in a choppy range. So this whole box is just a choppy range. And we eventually break to the downside. We tap into this fair value gap and we continue going to the downside. So Japanese yen index looks bearish to me, and I'm expecting price to reach to these weak swings in the upcoming days. So uh, I will mark it as bearish. Yes, this one is clearer than DXY, but let's see how it translates to our pairings. But yeah, we tap into FEG, we go down to the drawn liquidity, which is this weak swing. Now let's move to euro. Again, EU will be just opposite of dollar index. If dollar index is in a range, EU will be in a range as well. Let's look at weekly. The same expansion, pullback, expansion, pullback, expansion. What do we get now? We are in a consolidation range. So since last 4 weeks, price has not gone anywhere. So almost a month. If I look at, so this will be the weekly range. If I look at daily time frame, we still do not have any bullish activity. That means the buying euro is completely out of question. We cannot buy unless there is a bullish FPG. That gives a signal that okay, there is enough bullish pressure, so that market can go to the upside. But there is none. So let's look at the situation. I can narrow down these to this and to this. So this will be my range on daily. Again, trend is to the downside. We go down, consolidation. There are three scenarios. Either we sweep and continue going to the downside, or we break above and completely go to the trend is shifted and we go to the upside, or we break the lower range and we go to the downside. So just opposite of DXY, we are going to the downside. We are stuck in a consolidation range. There's only three scenarios. Either we sweep and go down. So let me make this consolidation range. So either we sweep and go to the downside, or we completely break above and go to the upside, or we just break this and then go to the downside. So again, just three scenarios. So if I look here, I have marked out all of my three scenarios. Either we close above, go to the upside, sweep, or break to the downside and continue going to the downside, just like DXY. So if DXY gives me a strong bearish candle, I know what to do the next day. If DXY gives me a sweep and close break back in, I know what to do the next day. Or if you get a bullish close above it, I know what to do the next day. Same with EU. But if I try to trade inside this range, there is no way I'm making money. The money is just made over here, over here, over here. If I try to make money in this phase, or in this phase, everything I make will be back. Similarly here, the money is made in this phase and in this phase. So keeping the phases in mind, phases of price and daily time frame is really important. That's why I'll be waiting for these three scenarios. Let's move to GU. Okay, GU, we had we had a drawn liquidity here, and what did we get? We got a change in state of delivery here, and we shifted the trend. So GU was trending to the upside. So the best place to make money on GU was this range, okay, not this range. So let's see what price is doing now. GU, we are in completely uptrend, as you can see. Also, if I look at weekly time frame on GU, we can see the weekly swing point. We get a C2, we get a C3, we get a C4. And Now what price is doing is we are in a range, consolidation range to be exact, which is also supported by a fair value gap, which is bullish. So what's the scenario? We're going to the upside and we're stuck in a range. So either sweep, close back up, or just break to the downside or close to the upside. Same three scenarios like EU and DXY. Another thing, we are also supported by a bullish FPG. So what I expect is I expect price to come, sweep this, tap into FPG, and then continue going to the upside. This is the first scenario. Or the second scenario would be price just bullish enough to just continue going to the upside. This is also a possibility. If price is more bullish, then it's hard for price to come back to this level, take out these liquidities of the 3-day liquidity, and then just keep going to the upside, which is also this low, I believe. So it's 213. Yeah, which is also this low on weekly. So on weekly, we have a bullish FPG, price comes, sweeps the previous week's low and goes to the upside, which supports the theory. So again, but for today, I'm expecting price to either sweep below, tap into FPG, go to the upside, or completely go to the upside after breaking this. Or the third scenario would be just price breaks below and keeps going to the downside. Yeah, in this range, just there's no money to be made. There's just money to be given out, which is not really good. You can, you can. We finally got a change in state of delivery after we broke this candle's low, and we have a bearish candle, such a big bearish candle. If I look at weekly, yeah, I think UCAD is in downtrend as of right now. We tried to go up, tried to go up, tried to go up, but yesterday eventually we failed. And I'm expecting today price to come back up and continue going to the downside. I'm changing my approach a little bit. So before I used to wait for price to make specific type of candles, a specific time of zone. So let's say a C2 or C3 at a POI, which will be FPG or swing point. But now I'm just looking at daily time frame. So the daily, if the trend looks bearish to me, then shift to 4 hour and I'll mark the fair value gap, which will be this point. And then just wait for 1 hour to come here and tap into the 4 hour fair value gap and give me changes to state of delivery. And then I enter. So I'm keeping it simple right now. Because of the market condition, it's really hard to just not take a trade here. So again, you can. I'm bearish here. Why? We break the change in state of delivery and we have such a big candle. So I'm expecting today's candle to make a wick and then continue going to the downside. If I look at 4 hour, I'm expecting price to make a wick in this fair value gap zone. And what I will do is I will wait for 1 hour to sweep, tap into the 4 hour fair value gap, and then give me a change in state of delivery on 1 hour time frame and then take a short from here. I won't go on 15 minutes, I won't go on 5 minutes, won't go on 1 minute. So my trade will be something like this to the downside. I'm hoping to get 2 hour or more. So this will be my trade idea. So I'll set a alert here and I'll keep it in short tab. UCHF. Okay. UCHF weekly. Oh, we are at a resistance, weekly resistance point, and we got a sweep of liquidity. And yesterday's candle closed really bearish. Can I take a trade here? Can I take? UCAD is bearish. UCHF. We tap into this. We have a 4-hour fair value gap. If hourly comes and sweeps this and then gives me a bearish change in state of delivery, which will be something like this, then I can take a trade here. I can take a sell. 4 hour, such a strong reaction. Daily, a good close, and on weekly, I can see it's making a bearish C2 from a swing high point, and I'm expecting price to at least close as a C2 or something. Yeah, so I'll also add this in today's bearish. The reason being the weekly time frame, we are at a strong resistance level. So if I mark this, yeah, there's this again, again, and again. So weekly resistance point, we already tapped here 4 times, and price is rejecting. We had such a bullish momentum, but cannot break to the upside. So I'm expecting price today to at least to go to these levels or something. So we go up, make a wick, and then continue going to the downside. If I look at 4 hour, I have a bearish FVG, which means that price is bearish enough, and tap into this, make a CIST on hourly time frame, and then continue going to the downside. I think it will be a, it will be a good trade, something like this. If I look on hourly, then if I can get CIST and a 2 hour or a 3 hour trade, yeah. Also, UCAD is bearish as well. Yep, it makes sense. UJ, weekly we tap into bullish FVG, and I don't see any reaction from it. If I look at daily time frame, we had a bullish fair value gap that price is still holding on. We're still holding this, and there's nothing bearish about it right now. So only thing I can see is price moving to the upside. Do we have a bullish fair value gap from yesterday? We broke. No, we don't. So there's no bullish FVG on 4 hour. So I won't be looking into it. I need a bullish FVG on 4 hour to confirm that the trend is really to the upside. So I won't be looking into this as of today. If I get a bullish close tomorrow and we have a 4 hour FVG, then I can look for price to that. I'm not really sure about JPY pairs. They've been acting really weird. Such long wicks, such long wicks everywhere. This one, this one, this one, here, here as well. I don't know. JPY pairs are just since this drop is just making huge wicks just to stop out people. Before this, I don't see any wicks before this drop. I don't see any wicks. Price used to be so good on JPY pairs. There are no wicks, but after this huge drop, even if I that's why I removed GJ. Even look at GJ, huge wicks to the downside. These wicks. Look at this. Even this here as well. So look at these wicks. JPY price action has been really bad since this drop. So completely remove GJ and EJ. Price action really bad. I'm looking into UJ, but I'm not I'm not completely sure about it. I'm not completely sure about the price action. It's acting weird. But if I look at JPY index, it's moving to the downside. For UJ to be bullish, DXY needs to be bullish and JPYX needs to be bearish because it's combination of these two indexes. I'm not sure about it today. If the price action is really good, then I'll do. I'll look into it tomorrow, but for today, no. Gold. Okay, weekly gold. There's been a lot of support here. Support. Try to go up, fail, again support. If I look at daily time frame, we made a change in state of delivery, tried to go up, but eventually this was the moment we could have gone up, but Monday open, we go to the downside. So what can I do here? This will be the week swing. We don't have any bearish favorable gap. So again, today no trade. But I am bearish here because we were starting to go up and we eventually break break this, making a lower low. This will be a lower high and lower low. And again, price to make. So if today's candle closes as a bearish candle and we have 4 hour fair value gap, then tomorrow I can wait for price to tap into that fair value gap on 4 hour and then take a trade on hourly time frame till these lows. But for today, I don't see. But for trend, obviously it's a downtrend. I don't see any bullish structure here. Yeah, for today there's no trade here. So for today, I only see these two pairs. I'm really not sure about UJ. About should I choose it as a pair right now because the JPY is acting really bad. The wicks have been really wild. The price action, look at this drop. It's not what you've seen other pairs. So I'm skeptical about UJ, but there's no trade today. I won't be taking a trade. There's only two trades here, uh, UCAD and UCHF, which I could be looking into today. Yeah, that's all. I'll if I get a trade here, as I said, hourly taps here gives me change in state of delivery. I will show. Hourly taps here gives me change in state of delivery. I will show. Then I'll take a trade, or else it's a waiting game. That's all. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.